Hello and welcome again to Piedmont Business Live. I'm your host, Ken Morrison. Today we're talking to Antonio McCoy. He is the president and CEO of mcHoward Business Coaching. Antonio, thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me, Ken. How are you today?
I am well. Hope
Awesome.
you are.
Doing well.
Good. So tell me, what exactly do you do to help business owners?
What I've discovered as I've been, being a marketing coach, business strategist, is most business owners miss the opportunities to generate profit, not revenue, but profit in their business. So what I do is help them find at least $10,000
Wow.
that's lying dormant in their business through opportunities that they miss through their daily activities. There are different things that they could do each day as they go through transactions, meet different clients, even meet strategic alliance partners that they don't leverage in order to create more profit.
How many people do you think you'd find that would say, you know what, I don't need $10,000?
They wouldn't tell me that. What they would probably tell me is they don't want to learn how to do it. They're scared of success.
Yeah.
They won't say I don't need to. I already know how to do it, and I know good well they don't.
Yeah.
I get that a lot, and sometimes I don't get any response. It's usually someone who's at a point, a business owner that's at a point to where, I'm making all this revenue, but I'm not putting as much of that revenue in my pocket. It's going in the door and right out, as soon as I get it. And they know at that point that they really need to look at what they need to do to be more profitable, because one crisis could wipe them out.
Right. So what is marketing's first job?
Marketing's first job is to get your prospects' attention. It's designed to do the heavy lifting, to enter the conversation that your prospects having in their mind around a problem that they have that they don't want, and a solution that you may have that they need. It's your job to convey to them through your marketing how you can provide that solution. A lot of times what I tell business owners is you need to speak to the frustrations that your prospects have with your industry. So, for instance, a contractor or a mechanic kind of have the same. The people who do business with them want their items completed on the date promised and for the price quoted. If you can put that in a guarantee, then 9 times out of 10 it's a no-brainer to do business with you. If I'm an HVAC company, fix air conditioning, refrigeration, what's that prospect's biggest concern? They either want to be cool or they want to be warm. Right. So if you can guarantee that you can have them up and running once you arrive within 1 hour, then you're the people I'm calling. You're going to get me warm the quickest or coolest the quickest.
Gotcha. So what are the 3 biggest mistakes you see small business owners make when it comes to marketing? And marketing's a tough thing.
It is, but it isn't as hard as people realize.
Yeah.
Marketing begins, when you open your mouth. So, the first mistake I see most often is they don't get professional help. If you think about athletes, I hate to akin coaching to athletics, but if you look at the football players, they have a strengths coach, they have a nutrition coach, they even have a life coach, some of them, they have a financial coach. They have different people who handle different aspects of their life, to make sure they're successful, or at least they can have the best chance at being successful. Business is no different. You have an accountant, you have someone who's probably an expert in operations. You need someone that's an expert in marketing. Right. You know how to do whatever it is that you do as the technician of that. At some point, once your business goes to the next stage of growth, you're probably going to have to peel away from that technician and start thinking strategically about the business. So not getting professional help is number 1. Number 2, they don't know the fundamentals of marketing. Most business owners don't know the difference between the tactical side of marketing and the strategic side of marketing. What we're doing, the video itself, is the tactical side of marketing. What I'm saying is the strategic side. So when most business owners think of marketing, they think, well, I'm gonna throw up a website, I'm gonna go do some business cards, I'm gonna go do a video.
Right.
But they don't realize if they're saying the same thing as a Me Too business who does what they do down the street, the only differentiating factor you give your prospect is price. Okay, so big part, again, fundamentals, educating, and specifically how you're different. Okay, most of them do not focus on that. The last is just being able to create immediate cash flow. There are certain things as it relates to maybe partnering with strategic alliance partners, bundling, First, if you sell one item, that first item carries all the costs, of running the business. But once that one carries all the costs, the second one, based on what your profit margins are, carry the profit. So if you can sell more than one each transaction, you're increasing your chances to put more of your, if your cost adjustments are right, putting more profit in your pocket. But most business owners don't know that. They don't price it right. They price it based on the market,
right?
But everybody, in the market have different costs,
right?
Economies of scale. Maybe you don't have the capital to buy more, like a Walmart, to drive down your costs so you can offer a cheaper price. But yet I see too many business owners. If me and this business owner do the same thing, well, you know what? I'm gonna make mine cheaper than his or hers, and what they realize, they do that at the risk of profits.
Yeah. And as you were talking about that, one thing that really struck a chord with me is I notice a lot of businesses decide, okay, well, I can do this marketing on my own, and I may not be, I'll use video as the example since that's in my wheelhouse.
Sure.
So I find some companies will decide, well, I'm going to make our own little video, and I'm going to use, my cousin's got a really cool camera and this really cool software that came with the computer.
Yes.
And while it may make something okay, what I tell people is, does that reflect the quality of the service you provide?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I have I didn't bring the shirt with me today that I talked with you about. They're not ready yet, but I'll be sure you get one. On the back, I have the 21 reasons why 80% of businesses fail, and one of those reasons is not representing the business properly. I can tell you from trying to do video myself, the biggest challenge I had was lighting. I don't know lighting, and it's more than just shooting a video.
Right.
It's making sure the lighting is correct. It's making sure the sound is as it should be. In other words, I don't sound like I'm across the room from the camera rather. So there's so many factors that go into it. So, I leave that to the experts. I know, and I'll be honest with you, that's really in the research that I do for my doctorate degree, the number one reason why businesses fail is lack of leadership. And that leadership has to do with understanding what it is you don't do well and handing it off to someone who does.
Exactly. So what is the marketing equation?
The marketing equation is an equation that you use in all of your marketing. So it goes like this: interrupt, engage, educate, and offer. The interrupt, basically, when we opened up the video, I said that, I help business owners find thousands of dollars lying dormant in their business. The interrupt has to be something, again, that speaks to the conversation that your prospect has in their head around a problem they have. But what it does, it puts the brain in uptime. All of our brains run on cruise control to conserve calories. Like when you drive home, you don't remember driving there because you do it every day. So your marketing must get your prospect's attention. So you have to do that with a headline that speaks to that conversation. The engage is the subheadline. So the subheadline is a headline that says, what, a solution is forthcoming. So if I have a piece of marketing collateral, whether it's a video, whether it's a trifold, a website, the idea is to get the prospect to continue watching or to continue reading. So if I promise a solution coming based on the headline that I provided, if I promise that a solution is forthcoming, which is the engage, then the prospect keeps reading or keeps listening or keeps watching. Right. The educate, of course, is we provide subheadlines around, digging deeper into one. We know you have this problem. This is how we begin to solve it. And ultimately, the offer is a low risk way for the prospect to take the next step. But you add the subheadlines because you understand, if it's a print document, because you understand that they're not going to read all of it, the brain's going to scan and they're going to pick the subheadline that's relevant to the problem that they're having. So the interrupt, engage, educate, offer, which is usually an educational offering, no pressure, it should roll up into your business card, your website, your video, your radio commercial. So your headline is the first thing you say in a radio commercial. The first thing I said in this video. Okay. If I say I'm going to do X, Y, Z, then, I may say, we show you everything you need to know to avoid X, Y, Z. Again, wanting them to continue to read, a promise that a solution is forthcoming.
Gotcha. So what is risk reversal?
Well, educational offer. What a lot of business owners don't realize is when a prospect sits down in front of them, the last thing they want to do is make a bad decision.
Right.
Whatever it is you do as a business owner, you're the expert. If you do sunrooms, if you do video, you're the expert. I'm not. Your marketing should educate me on why I should choose you over the guy or girl down the street. But it should do it in such a way that if I'm not within the 1 to 5% of today buyers, that it gives me enough information that when I am ready, you're the no-brainer logical choice.
Gotcha.
Okay. So the next step could be where if you say, well, if you shoot a video with me, I'll give you a 30-day no risk guarantee. Okay. Or if it's something online in an e-commerce type situation, maybe it's free returns. If you don't like it, send it back. We'll pay the postage back. In other words, we're lowering the risk for the prospect to take the next step. And like I said, most business owners don't know that when someone says, well, yeah, I want it, but they won't part with the money yet. They won't pull out the card. They won't write the check. Is you haven't done the job to let them know, educate them on, you know what, I'm going to make this easy for you. I'll do the first 30 days free. If you don't like it, no risk, no harm, no foul, no questions. We part ways. It was a pleasure meeting you. That's no risk. Okay. Remember some years ago, remember Chrysler had that 10-year, 100,000 mile warranty. Nobody in the industry was doing that. But if you think about it, that's about as strong as low risk as you can get. So I own this car for 10 years. If anything goes wrong with the powertrain, I can take it back. There's no risk. So even after I've paid the car off, guess what? I'm still covered. Right.
Excellent. So what is your profit acceleration assessment?
So the $10,000 that I mentioned earlier, there are 25 areas that businesses overlook on a daily basis where they miss opportunities to generate profit. The profit acceleration assessment actually allows me to sit down with a business owner, usually go over about 8 to 10 areas where they're missing opportunities, again, to take advantage of making profit. But what it does is it attaches a dollar amount to that. So for instance, one of them is, implementing a referral strategy in your business. There are 6 different referral strategies you can implement in your business. So one example I like to use, I have a real estate attorney that's a client. Her average transaction size is $750. She saw 200 clients all of last year. She didn't ask any of them for a referral. And there's a specific time that you do that. And I teach you this as we go through the assessment. If she got 25% of them, which was 50, to refer business, that's an extra $35,000 to $40,000 back into her business. What could she have done with that money? Okay. Yeah. And that's all profit, meaning there's no cost to acquire a new customer. If you're the client, you're handing them over to me. I don't have to sell. You have the immediate need, walk in and the deal is done. So it's 25 different areas where businesses are missing opportunities. We show it to them. We put a dollar value on it. So they walk away with an assessment with how much more their business goes up in value as a result of them attending to these areas, how much profit they can expect to see within the first year. And then it gives you a roadmap of priorities. So if you do this tactic first, okay, this will help you realize the most profit. Then once you do this one, then you do that one next. So it's just a roadmap, if you will, with dollars, quantifiable dollars attached to it to show you where specifically you're missing opportunities each day to grow your profits.
And it seems to me, and you tell me if I'm right or wrong, it seems to me that for a lot of business owners, business decision makers, one of the hardest things to do is to simply ask.
Sure. Ask
for the sale, ask for the referral, ask for whatever it is that you need.
Exactly. And you're right when you say that, because most, I've met business owners who present, they're fabulous when they do the presentation. But when it comes time to ask for the order, they're nowhere to be found. They're missing in action. Same thing with asking for a referral. Peak satisfaction. I really love the job. I really love the way you made my hair look today.
It does look fabulous.
It looks fabulous. Thank you. That's peak satisfaction. So who else do you know that would enjoy the level of service and satisfaction? And be specific. Who else do you know in your family or on your job or at your church that may enjoy the level of, satisfaction that you receive from sitting down with me today. And believe it or not, when people are that happy, they want to help you.
Right.
You just have to give them the opportunity.
Yep. Yeah. So you have an offer for us? Tell us about
Yes,
that.
Sir. So anyone looking at this video, if you contact me, what I'll do is I'll be willing to do a profit acceleration assessment on your business, absolutely free of charge.
Awesome.
So we'll find the money in your business and show you where it's at, and then show you what you need to do to get it. And like I say, most people are usually surprised they're leaving that much money on the table. I have a passion for helping, small business. They're the key to my economy. They generate 69% of new jobs, so they're driving the economy. So it's in all of our best interest to help them.
Awesome. Antonio, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. It's fascinating to hear your perspective on business and your enthusiasm and just passion for what you do really shows through.
Thank you.
And that makes all the difference in the world when it comes to doing business.
Yes, sir. It does. Can I share?
Please do. Tell us about your book.
Yeah, so I brought you a copy of this today. 10 secrets all business owners must know that marketing experts won't tell them. It is available on Amazon. This is an applied book, so it's not just a read. There are actionable things that you can do in here that can help you in regards to mapping and getting your business headed in the right direction. And like I say, it's a quick read. Only about 156 pages. And like I say, take one chapter at a time, or take the chapter that's most relevant to, where you're having problems right now.
Yeah. And a link to this book on Amazon is at the bottom of this page as well. So be sure to click on that and go to it. And one of the things that you just said, when you're talking about it's an actionable book.
Yeah.
In my experience, when I read books about sales or about marketing or about anything,
yes,
the key to it is not just reading it, but doing something with it.
Information without application is worthless.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Antonio, thanks for being with us.
Thank
We
you for having
appreciate
me.
it so much.
I appreciate it.
If you want to learn more about Antonio McCoy and mcHoward Business Coaching, please go to the website. The link is at the bottom of this page. It's also at the end of this video. Thanks for tuning in to Piedmont Business Live. We'll see you again next time.